Yo, day 15 of the practice. Happy holidays. Almost halfway through the month. Again, going back a bit and kind of segueing towards not just the practice, but the understanding, the definition, to be able to pinpoint, to be able to point, right? Point your finger at me. What is this? And say like, hey man, what are you doing? What is that about? And it's just, I mean, again, it's starting to introduce, because there's so many ways of going about this. It's just an introduction on how you can start to kind of bring that dialogue, that response to your body, and just start to really really understanding that. And I mean, again, there's numerous ways of going about this and being able to go about bringing that dialogue. Some are more disciplined than others. Some stem from like religion, I guess, if you want to base that off on those things and going back and forth. But I mean, again, me coming up with this whole thing, it's just like, it doesn't matter what you look like, what your age is, like it doesn't matter. What matters is you being able, it's almost like, hey man, I can't read, but I want to read, and it's just like, yo, pick up a book, right? Start to kind of try to start reading that, or try to start doing that. So this whole thing is like a pickup of like, hey man, getting up and like just trying to bring that consciousness on and that awareness, get that body scan going, have that talk, that conversation with your body, with thyself, and be able to, again, just flow into it, ease into it, and be able to heal. That is, as far as kind of one of the main things of doing this, is being able to heal your body and bringing that healingness out. I mean, we might not be able to fix a lot or anything, but I think we can fix ourselves. If there's something we can fix, I'm sure we can fix ourselves. And that goes for all of us, for all of us who's on that and trying to problem solve and do that, and really have those things and convey those things. Like, I mean, it's like they say, if you can't do it for yourself, how do you expect to do it for others? So going through it, and within the shiz I've been through within this past year has been a bit difficult, has been actually really difficult on things, but not letting that get the best of me, and being able to put my best foot forward and be able to continue my works, and to go about it and not be discouraged on things, because I've gotten beat up pretty good, gotten robbed, gotten beat, gotten lied, all those things. And it's just like the irony of it too, that those things happening to you, you start to do those things and thinking that is okay, but it's not. And it's just this endless cycle of just hatred and just negativity, just a lot of negativity. I'm just stretching that body out, but it's kind of where it's at and where I'm going with these things. And hopefully we can mitigate these things and really see what's up. And this is part of the start to greatness. And it only just begun. As it continues to go. And I don't know, for some of the world's egomaniacs out there, you need to learn how to ego side and know how to put the pride down, and be okay with these things, and not be so much on that I don't know. But it is what it is. To each his own. All I'm saying and trying to promote is wellness and health, and you know, from me to you. So just brought all that consciousness to my body. Get that flowetry going. Coming to the side. Bringing that around. Oh yeah. Just kicking that body out and around. And having that stretch. Oh yeah. Feeling that stretch and that understanding on it. Rotating my arm around. Focusing in on that breathing. But being able to work it out and talk about it and bringing it out to the surface and putting a face on it, you know, putting recognition, being able to understand and elaborate, and for yourself to start to do your own, you know, R&D, research and development, and to pique your interest. But I don't know, I just want to, again, just promote and put it out there that, you know, you're not limited to on how to go about it. You're just limited to on actually doing it. Because if you don't do it, then you're limited. But if you do, you're unlimited. So, the choices are yours. You can go as you please, huh? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Turning to my right and really feeling that stretch on my left and my lower back. Especially my left area. Left to lower back. Breathing into that. Feeling that stretch. Oh yeah. Now coming up. Come to your side. Knee. Come up. Bringing that to center. Feeling my stretch. Taking it. So I was thinking by day 20, on the 20th, the day of the 20th is when I will just go strictly into just talking about stretching the body, you know, going away from kind of splurging out, or I don't know, you know, I mean, definitely please leave me some comments, let me know what you guys think on it. But it's the practice for the month of December, you know, the whole month, showing and creating my practice to you guys as I think of what I'm going to do. So this is also still up in the air, but it might change or it might not, or I don't know. We'll see how it goes, right? Practice for the month of December. But essentially being able to put a whole month into practice for you, for the world, even though I don't really got to do it. I mean, I'm doing it for myself. But it would be really great to, I mean, again, to try to be able, you know, to share this and for you to formulate your own practice on things and be able to assert yourself, you know, and build that foundation. Excuse me for a second. All right, back at it. Just had to go get my teacup, get my tea game going. But essentially, yeah, you know, kind of asserting ourselves, being able to build our foundation. I know, right? I'm such a geek. Throwing my architectural notions out there, but you know, you build your foundation, then sky is the limit. You have a, you know, a hollow, a weak foundation. You have any points within that perimeter, you know, that foundation. You have any points of weakness, man, it's just gonna start to deteriorate. You know, you solidify that ground, and you can go up on it, and you can be able to have that conversation. So it's like what we're doing now, right? Feet to crown, crown to feet, and being able to have that, knowing that this is going to be, you know, undefeated. This is going to be impenetrable. This is going to be solid. This is, you know, this is me. This is my field. This is my flow. This is me. You step into this space, you know, it's going to be within my notions and my comfort levels, and be able to know how to navigate that. And that's the practice too of that, right? Being able to home in on those fields of forces. Let me turn to the side. But yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. I promise you that, you know, once you start to get going, flowing on your practice, you're already gonna start to feel 10 times better. Feeling that stretch on my left side, getting that tailbone stretch, I can feel it. But you know, solidifying thyself, being able to be okay and to bring reference to it and be able to share, I think that is one of, you know, one of the ultimate things to do and opportunities of being able to share and being able to have the opportunity to share. You know, such a big fan of that, and to breach onto those layers, you know, within my works of art. Like, for me, art is really personal, and for me to even grasp, for me, I use art to grasp sense of what's going on in reality for me. You know what I'm saying? And really introduce and have that depths of layers within our real world, within my world, right? Within my art, and how that goes, and you know, to again to try to make sense and formulate my understandings and my works. And then, you know, on top of that, kind of having that for myself, but when it comes to the time of it to be able to share, you know, that's also the other thing that's, you know, it's worth more than gold. It's worth more than money on it. It's being able to share it. And you know, that's been, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, money is important. Money is, you know, I look at money as that, as it really on a utilitarian kind of side of things, and you know, it being used as a tool and being able to go about that. But at that same notion, you know, I do think, you know, that thought of sharing and understanding towards, you know, my fellow people, just to the world, to know that, you know, that, hey, I thought I was the only one who understood this, and I'm framing this picture this way. Do you see it? And you know, from my responses in my art shows and stuff, like, I know I'm not the only one, and that people actually really like it. And you know, I've had all the emotions within my arts kind of swell upon me being able to share that in my responses that I've gotten from, you know, the world, the audience. And it's been, you know, the laughter and the tears on it, you know, the good and the bad, but not meaning that the bad is, you know, awful, or, you know, the tears are bad kind of thing, but it's more so of like tears of joy and understanding, and, you know, sharing those and understanding that we are, you know, emotional creatures. And I think if you're there suppressing your emotions, and you're suppressing these things, then I don't know, it's only going to, I mean, I think it's what they say, you keep things bottled in, it's gonna erupt, and that eruption is not going to be able to be controllable. So thus, when you do erupt and break, which I have done before, you know, I go all over the playing field. And you know, some of the things I do feel, but at the same notion, if I'm able to really control those emotions and be able to say what I wanted to say of those importance and come at it, you know, on a better trajectory, then I think you have something that's going to be more resolution type versus kind of your, you know, already off the bat kind of fight altercation situation. So being able to have that, you know, to put into control would be ideal. Kicking that left leg out, stretching it, doing those practice, coming in, turn to the side for you. Peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, prosperity, intelligence to you and yours. Came through, stretch my body left and right, coming down to my all fours, stretching that body down and out. Bring that stretch around. Understanding that stretch coming to the side for you. Just gonna be shaking my feet out and about on things. Oh yeah, feeling that stretch of my legs. Shaking that out on my knee, coming down on the heels, moving my body left and right to feel that stretch around my hips. Bringing my head down to the ground. Again, remember to do not forget that breathing. Swishing my hands around to the side and just holding that breathing. Focusing on that breathing. Coming back to the side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Getting down on some really good stretches. Coming back to center for you guys. Staying on my knees. Oh, and just stretching that body out and around. And really feel, you know, almost like you're going to a chiropractor. You can start to hear your body just like snap, crackle, pop within those various movements, because I mean, again, you know, we're just getting crushed every day, every second, every minute, you know, every hour, every time. You know, gravity is just crushing us down. We're just, I mean, that's the same reason why this goes like that, right? You put anything up suspended, it's just like, all right, how does that go? So us even walking, right? We're going walking, running, doing our workout, doing all that. I mean, that's shout out to those people who do high altitude, you know, workouts, you know, going to those high elevation places and doing that, because you know you have more resistance on it at that higher field of, you know, that force, that impact, you know, that weight of, you know, the universe kind of just crushing on us in a way. And now us being able to stretch your body, being able to heal, right? You know, I keep up with that. You know, I'm really a big boxing fanatic, and seeing all that and seeing how many boxers, you know, shoulders are getting injured. It's just like, yeah, no, I mean, what do you expect, dude? You're throwing punches for like hours on days, you know, every day, every hour on it. Like, this is no joke. So it's like, we can all do all this, but I think we forget some of these key things and attributes of being able to really heal and be able to replenish our body, so we can go back out and be able to, you know, work it out. So putting that into perspective, so we can kind of get that down into it and breach those layers and have that. And it's just, I don't know, it's just unfortunate, because it's just like, it sucks, you know, it really does suck, because we are the reason why the world is what the world is today, is because of us, of like and us being able to, you know, pinpoint of what is important and what is not important, and what we have to like, oh man, what we have to like kind of be concerned about, right? And being able to try to assert ourselves as young individuals and being able to navigate this world. And it's just like, can you stop disappointing us younger generations towards your elder generations on things, and know that we are all here on this playing field of things? Please, let's save the earth, y'all. Coming in, laying down, getting that stretch and awareness to my body, feeling that stretch. Oh yeah. Looking to the right, feeling that stretch. Feeling that stretch right here. You can start to feel it on your rotator cuff too. On that. I'm looking to the left. Stretch my body out and around and about. Oh yeah, bring that stretch from my hands to my feet. Feeling that. Oh yeah. Now coming in, putting my feet locked together. Bringing that in, feeling that stretch on my inner thighs, to my hammies, to my toes, throughout my body, all over your body. Make it feel good, make it feel great, y'all. Let's get it. And, you know, have that in, home that in, channel that. And just know that you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are wonderful, you are intelligent. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And shout out to J. Cole. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. 'Cause there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. So coming up, oh, and as I say that, let me just had to look at this kind of pencil. I guess I'll share it with you. Share my plant with you. I had to look at this pencil. Check out this plant. My plant with some of my sculptures on it, on things. But long story short, what I was going to say was MS217. What's up? What's up, MS217? MS217, what up? Just giving a special shout out to MS217. That junior high, it's pretty awesome. Kind of seeing that, you know, it's located in Queens, the school. But I was able and fortunate enough to be able to share and, you know, teach with my, you know, my friends and family. And I mean, as I pause, it's more than friends. It's definitely like, you know, family, like all of us. Like, you know, there was a good amount of us too that kind of grew up. I mean, all of us who was in that, you know, we grew up in the neighborhood, had that impact, you know, within Queens on things. And Queens, keeping it thorough, what up? You know, having that experience and teaching to these, you know, these 8th graders and letting them know, you know, what to kind of start to introduce and think of how, I think our 8th graders, sorry about that, 8th graders, not 9th graders, 8th graders going to 9th graders, going to high school. But, you know, letting them know, like, hey, what do I want to do? What do I want to major? And start to kind of get their gears going, right? You know, and like, hey, how do I want this? And it was really cool to get that opportunity. Shout out to Jessica Paz. What's up, Ms. Paz? What's up, Mark? Yo, fam, what's up? Yeah, shout outs to y'all on that, and be able to give me that opportunity and knowing that. And that's how I kind of started my intro. Told all the kids to kind of get up, you know, stand up on 2 feet and just shoot that awareness. And I was like, put your hands to the sky. I got the whole class kind of coming up to the hands, and I was just like, as they had their hands up, I was like, shot them, and I just dropped that J. Cole, you know, what up, J. Cole? I just shot out and was just like, hey man, I was just like, just know that there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. And I just said that 3 times as their hands were up, and I just seen it. I just seen all their faces, their remarks, them being able to be, you know, conscious about it and being able to understand and give them more purpose of their being, and not being able to easily be discouraged as they go out into this world that we have created for themselves, unfortunately. thus me being an architectural developer, so we can combat and fix all those things and be able to give ourselves some adequate infrastructure. So with that stated, I was like, no such thing as a life that's better than yours. And it was such a cool response, and thank you, J. Cole, on doing that and your music, you know, fan on that basis of things, but just good music. You know, good vibes, and kind of cultivating and being able to transcend those vibes. So good vibes, yo, good vibes. Send that out. And I think that should kind of recap it for day 15, you know, kind of halfway through on this month in practice, and be able to have that. Please check out Words for the Day, Save the Earth. Also, yeah, please tag me, let me know what you guys think. If you have your own practice, you know, I would love to kind of have that, and just like, you know, owning up to that. So far I have done some of my YouTube research on, like, you know, people stretching and all that, and it's just like, damn, everyone's like always trying to be like, yo, I gotta have it this way, I gotta look that way, I gotta, you know, and it's just like, yo, what's your practice be about? I don't care how you look, I don't care, you know. And that's where I'm at, and that's why I came up and did all these things, because it's like, yo, let's get it, let's share it, and let's see it. Mind, body, soul. Mahalo. See ya tomorrow.